It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day, and it is Wednesday, April 5th, and many of you know it is my birthday, it is Greg's birthday, and it's also our wedding anniversary, 39 years today. I got married when I was 12. So yay. I can't think of anywhere I'd rather be or anything else I'd rather be doing than playing in the dirt. So I'm here with my fantastic family / team DFS, and we're tearing into the Bennetts. This is a client that hired us a year ago to do courtyard pots. And Hannah and Terry and I knocked those out, and we will be looking at those today as well because it's been about a year since we did them. And I'm really excited for you to see how they've weathered over the last 11 months. You will note that we have some plumeria in terracotta pots. These were gifts from a neighbor / friend. You don't usually see me using plumeria in my installations, and there's no really good reason for not. I mean, they're a succulent-like plant in that they store their water in their stems, so they're very compatible in the succulent garden. Maybe it's just because in the winter, so many of the varieties do drop their leaves and they are just sticks. But they snap out of it. I mean, other of our succulent plants drop their leaves too. Look at the Aluaudia procera, for example, and the pachypodiums, they all drop them. So we are going to work these plumeria into the installation. Our client bought these beautiful pots. I get to work as many of these in as I want. We are also doing a phase 3. Remember, phase 1 was the pots in the courtyard, where we're going to be blowing out the hardscape with pots. They have some wonderful pavers, and they are going to be expanding their hardscape back here as well. So our installation area will really be fence adjacent all the way back. We're also going to plant out the kidneys, as I call them. I have 2 Palo Verde trees coming, the desert museums. Obviously, the soil will be mounded. It'll be all transformed and look very, very natural. But a lot of this Palm Springs gold 1/2-inch rock I want to preserve. So this is really back assward for me. And I'm trying to figure out where my installation zone is going to be against this beautiful brand new vinyl fence, so as that I don't disrupt all of this rock. This pathway precedes us. It's staying over here. In the area where you see this old poly line, we're going to stage some boulders and keep it really minimal here so as not to block the view. These bird of paradise right now, our client says she really likes the softness of the leaves coming through the fence, and I hate it right now. But I'm not going to attack those yet, because once we get going and we start planting and moving things around, I may change my tune. You know me, I need to see it. So, keep your eye on that. Here is going to be a beautiful basalt fountain. Is going to be staged in this vicinity right here. This pink breath of heaven stays for now. Our homeowner husband loves it. He loves the laciness of it, and it attracts bees. So it's staying for now. When they expand the hardscape, it'll probably go at that time. This will all be expanded in hardscape at some point. They're going to expand their patio, entertainment area all the way out. And this will all also be expanded. But for now, this is the master bedroom, so we are going to do a small fountain right here so that it can be seen from the room, and then this will be a really, really special installation here. Very designed, for lack of a better word. Probably, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm thinking maybe bring in some of the more valuable specimen plants that I have coming, or I don't know. It's Escondido. This is very exposed. It's very hot, and I don't want to do anything too frilly or too fussy here, for fear that it could burn. So let's go over to the front now and take a look at those pots. Also, we've got 2 water features to play with in this installation. They're both rock. One is a stacker with a bowl, and one of them is more of a basalt So you will see those in situ here shortly. Now the pots, remember, it's been almost a year and they have not been touched. So here what we've got going on is a couple of Kalanchoe luciae that have bloomed out. And I don't know, do you think this is fantastic? This is separate, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not attached. Right, so we're gonna pull these out and do something else there. The rubbertinctums and the little fantastics still look really good, but those will need replaced. Then this little millii, I think, I don't know, I'll have to cut, well, here's my clippers. Let me cut into it and just see if it's, yeah, see there? All that white milkiness, it's very much alive. If this were hollow or dry, then we'd be concerned. But this is just simply damaged, not damaged, but dormant from all of the cold. Here we have really, really interesting agavoides. Look at all of these babies that this mama threw off up top. I usually see the babies more around the base, but there's nowhere to go around the base, was there? So the plant figured it out, and she sent her babies up. This is cool. I'll let that ride. This is still absolutely stunning. We've got a little variegated, probably ray of light, little agave. The Aeonium sunbursts are absolute perfection. We've got some Athona capensis in here, over here too.
There are even some little sedums that have been eaten by
oh yeah, little sedums in here too. The little jelly bean. Super cute. Yeah, look at that. Very adorable. Very, very cute. So this pot really looks great. The back end over here needs a little attention. I see some gaps in there. We'll just tuck some things in to fill that in because it is visible as you leave the house. That's what you see. Then back here, this exposure is interesting. You know, like you can see here in the morning, this corner's in bright sun. See that? And look how fantastic the plants look. Really gorgeous. I mean, really, really gorgeous. This pilo is perfect. There's not a mark on it. It's perfection, but it has sunk dramatically in the pot. So what do you do when your plants sink down that low? Well, there's a few things you can do. You can do it the hard way, and you can tip it, pull it out, add more dirt, replace the plant in the top dressing, or you can just add dirt and top dressing. So I'm going to need to make a decision. I think probably what I will do, since I know the potential of this plant, is I'm not going to add any more dirt, but I am going to add copious. I'm going to take this off, this expensive fiberglass off. Then I'm going to add more gravel. And then I'm going to put the fiberglass back on top. I don't really want to put wet soil around this part of the plant, but I also don't want to go to the extreme hassle of having to pull it out of there and put it back. So that'll be how I'll handle that. Our adorable little shady side here, we've got this Bicarnia recurvata, which looks really, really happy. Look at all of this new growth on top. So beautiful. Almost, I mean, there's not a mark on it. Looks like we lost an Echeveria to rot here. This looks like it might have been an afterglow.
It's still
yeah, there's, oh, it's still trying in there. Look at that. But the rest of the plants in here we've got an aloe, looks like dichotoma, yeah. Looks fantastic. And, you know, just kind of a hot mess though, right? I mean, I'm not loving this cotyledon in here anymore. I really think that we need to minimize in this pot. Let's let this dichotoma just own this and take all the rest of the crap out. Maybe we'll keep the spiller, because this string of pearls, oh God, look at that. I mean, geez. And take the rest of it out and just do some fiberglass or something pretty there. Then we get back into deeper shade as we move back. This lavender lady has lost a lot of her color, but she's perfection. Look at that. Not quite as lavender because of all the shade, but structurally meticulous, and I love it. Oops. So look at this casualty. That was a millii, but look, so is this. That one's fine, that one died. So go figure. Look at the tip back damage on this Trigona, yeah. Huh. That's weird, right? Look at that. It's like calcified up on the tips. This concerns me because this is the area of new growth, and it looks like it's trying to come back. Look at those little buds. It's like trying to grow out of it. So I think what's going to happen is this is going to be a notch, much like this up here. Yeah, because the plant overall, you know, it looks pretty healthy. I just don't think there's going to be a whole lot more top terminal growth. I think it's going to come out from the sides. And I don't love this in the back like that. I think that this is when you take everything out. Oh God, look at these pearls. I've never seen such gorgeous string of pearls in my life. Look at those things. Take the milii out. And look at also, Hanny, here. This is interesting. How the soil is kind of worked its way, decomposed from around the side of the pot.
Maybe from all that rain.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. But I will empty this, move that trigona more front and center, and maybe it'll just live here with the string of pearls. I might also add another echeveria in here. Even if it only lives for 6 months, it's worth it. Okay, moving on. Oh dear. Yikes. Wow. All right. The Aeonium kiwi
So cute.
is gorgeous, but the Senecio serpens, this blue chalk stick, is hideous. The cotyledon long fingers, hideous. We've got a little Ruchia in here that's really trying to survive, but this all needs to go. And I'll figure out something else to stage in here with those kiwi. Okay. So here we have a little Hesperaloe. That's coming out. This is also a hot mess. I'm going to use this in our new landscape. I don't know why I put this in a pot. What was I thinking? This and the aloe. No. This aloe's coming out. The Hesperaloe's coming out. This little adorable echeveria is very, very happy. And the little superbums are very, very happy. But I think I'll work these two plants into our new landscape and then figure out something else to put in here. This could also possibly be a cool place for one of the mammillarias. I don't know, though. It's so shady. It might struggle. This Hercules is not super happy in this spot. Look at all of the crap. It's got, looks like it had, I mean, it's nothing fatal, but it does have quite a bit of mealybug, which mealybug likes shady, dank, dark areas with poor air circulation. So I think, you know, it'll be okay if we just treat it, limit up a little bit, pull the pot out a skosh because it's, you know, starting to crowd a little bit in there, and rework the hot mess beneath it. Also, all the spillers have done superb, but the rest of the plants not so much. And then this little millii here, just don't love it. You know, these are pots, so I want everything to look good all the time. So a new plant in here also will be the thing to do. So we're going to need some top dressings and whatnot. But yeah, I'm sorry, I've waxed on here. I hope you enjoyed this little tour of the courtyard pots. I think it's been really, really interesting to see microclimatically. Clearly, the winner is this corner right here that gets all the morning sun. It is perfect. The rest, struggling just a little bit. But yeah, so...
We'll check back in later.
Yeah, we will. Okay, we are about ready to wrap it up for the day. Bart came and delivered us, this is 6-ton boulder. We have Grand Canyon onyx and Napa Canyon and Grand Canyon onyx. Grand Canyon onyx and Napa Canyon, there it is. Look at how beautiful these are. I mean, look in there. Can you see in there? These are just stunning, and they're dirty. We haven't even washed them yet, but like I said earlier, the challenge is going to be figuring out where they're all going to go. And I know, this looks like a bunch of rocks, and it is right now, but it's still not enough. I'm gonna need more rocks, people. I would say that this installation is probably 70 feet long, 50 to 70 feet long. Then we also have the kidneys. These are the 3 rocks that we picked out for this corner. They've got all of this Palm Springs gold, and this, we aren't planning out this entire space. We want to keep some zero space, so to speak, somewhere for the eye to rest. So I'm going to stage, these are the 3 largest boulders. I'm going to stage these attractively here in the corner, and then I might throw in like a beautiful barrel cactus or something to kind of anchor it all together. But we don't want to detract from the view. So another trick is to not pull the boulders too far back into the corner. Keep them more forward, because then from the house they look larger. So that's that. It's gonna be fun to clean these up and turn them around and figure out their best angle. Over here we've got Greg and Gordon digging to China. This is going to be the basin for the larger of the 2 fountains. Now, as far as basins go, you have some flexibility about the size. The larger the basin, the less frequently you need to fill it with water. It's kind of the general rule of thumb. So they went with the largest basin, which was a wise choice. And once we get this staged here, we'll decide how we're going to top dress it. But being mindful of the view, I don't want to plant a lot of stuff over here against. Look at that. I mean, this is borrowed landscape at its finest. Why in the world would I want to draw the eye away from that? I wouldn't. So this may very well be just fountain here, and nothing else. Over in this back corner, we've got Kevin and Mel digging out for the smaller fountain. And luckily the soil is very soft, because when they originally laid this out, I think they brought in a lot of DG and soil to raise the soil level up so they could do a little bit of retention. So the digging's been fairly easy. So tomorrow plants are coming, and it'll start moving really, really fast once that happens. I'm not really working too hard on staging the boulders right now, because I need some plants. I need a starting point, and then I'll build out from there. So I'm off to a consultation, and we will be back here in the morning to pick it up once again. Thank you all so much for following. It's always a pleasure. This has been Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity, reporting with day 1 in Escondido, and your succulent tip of the day. Bye, guys.